to the fact of our failing, of committing, of breaching any of the 10 commandments of God, that if we apologize to God and confess that we will not do so again, we can still see the kingdom of God. I think it is based on this logic that the committee created a window. And I also know that on the previous occasion, that sort of window, even though not stated, was exploited for a former chief whip. So I don't want to go into the merits because there is nothing new to be said. I just want to appeal to distinguished Senator Mrs. Udwanga that everyone that has spoken cannot possibly be coward or foolish. Truth of the matter is the rules are binding. They are on the floor of the Senate.
That's what Shiomole. Meanwhile, before the whole thing was wrapped up, even AKPABIOLE also had this to say, talking about his closeness to Natasha and her husband, even during their wedding. He's coming back. It's like he's regaining back his composure now from yesterday.
I only have my wife, my children to contend with. Because even the senator we are discussing is the wife of my very close friend and brother. So I thought. On the day of our marriage, I slept in Kogi, in her house. The next day, I ran to Ubajana Airport. I missed my flight because the plane could not land since there are no light. So I ended up sleeping at Dangote Cement Factory with 9 people. So I spent 3 days. Please, give me a chance. Even when Senator Webwe attempted to say that he was present in the same car, the social media said he was lying. But you see, we have been taken to the floor. We have been dragged to the floor. I have a responsibility. If you look at the rules of the Senate, I don't only interpret the rule, but the rule, which is an extension of the Nigerian Constitution, gives me the power under Section 20, subsection I and H, no, H and I, that the Senate President shall be responsible for the observance of the rules of debates. It shall give rulings on points of order or of constitution raised during debates. Above all, he is the only person to interpret the rules, these rules that have been made. That's why I'm sitting here. I'm in the best position to interpret the rules of the Senate because I have the constitutional power enshrined in this. I only have my wife, my children to contend with. Because even the senator we are discussing is the wife of my very close friend and brother. So I thought. On the day of our marriage, I slept in Kogi, in her house.
Thank you very much, brethren. So there's one more thing I want to share on the matter. In fact, I still have like maybe 2 or 3 things to share on the matter, but we are rounding up on that, okay? So it's always good for us to be thorough. I mean, like, for the sake of those who are going to sit down watch this whole drama. I mean, have them all together in one clip. That is what Mayegun's Diary Politico will do for you and for us, rather. Their supporters were out and fighting themselves yesterday, by the way, because AKPABIOLE hired his own supporters to protesters, right? Who were like the counter-protesters to protest against Natasha, as Natasha also brought her own protesters to protest against AKPABIOLE. And when some of them were interviewed, that will give you all the answers you need to probably know about the state of mind of an average Nigerian. And one more reason why you can be rest assured that that country has no any real future. This is the way they are. So don't ever think that those people you see in the cities and like dress well, speaks well, and all of that stuff, looks intelligent, and that's exactly how Nigerians are. No, they are worse. And the reason why the likes of AKPABIOLE and co, they will always have a base, they will always have these enablers, is because of these ones. But let me share this with you.
She's not a woman that we don't know that we can trust. For her to carry her husband to the national, I know it's a private issue, but a decent woman cannot do that. So Nigeria start with AKPABIOLE. Nigeria start with the Senate President. Nigeria start with Ahmed. Yes. So this is our message. Let peace reign. And at the same time, and at the same time, Natasha must face a probe. National Assembly have a rule. National Assembly is an institution. It's not a market square. She should support herself for a probe, not to the court. Courts have our own jurisdiction. We have 3 organs of government. We have the executive, we have the legislature, and we have the judiciary. So the legislature have their own organ. So Natasha, whatever anything that court has designed is not avoid. Nigeria don't be so.
AKPABIOLE, look at what we are doing for you. Look at what we are going to for you. Don't disappoint us. I am supporting AKPABIOLE because he's a Senate President. Number 2 is somebody's husband. He shouldn't be, he's not looking at Natasha. Natasha is just a senator. He doesn't have time with Natasha. Natasha should free AKPABIOLE. AKPABIOLE is somebody's father. He's a grandfather. He's somebody's husband. He's somebody's son. Natasha should face her husband and leave AKPABIOLE alone. A man is free to look at a woman. That is the end. He should stop blackmailing AKPABIOLE. AKPABIOLE is AKPABIOLE. He should stop it.
You know what they should investigate?
Investigate what? Did you miss AKPABIOLE with Natasha in the bed? Did you mean AKPABIOLE talking to Natasha by the roadside? Did you mean AKPABIOLE talking to Natasha that I love you?
AKPABIOLE has a victim against the oppressor.
To disrespect and women are the ones that voted this man, and it's becoming unbecoming of him, insulting and maligning her character. The first time he said, he asked her whether she got in a nightclub. Is he in the nightclub? So he cannot continue. It's simple. AKPABIOLE has to go. He should do the honorable thing by yes, let him go. He should resign. We don't want him in the house. He has to go. wait for Natasha. You cannot go. You're supposed to go.
As a senator,
Yes, I'm done. He has to go. He's going.
as the infringed upon.
We are here. We are not here to fight. My name is Abubakar Kawaku. We are not here to fight. We are here to fight for Natasha. AKPABIOLE have to leave. And we are here to fight women's justice. So please, we are, all of us, we are women. So I want to make everybody follow Natasha so that we will fight for our rights.
Good afternoon, ma. My name is Ireti. We are here on behalf of women support women. We are here to stop Mr. AKPABIOLE to stop harassing Natasha on behalf of the women. Or the women National Women's Day is just around the corner, and now he's harassing Natasha. We are saying that AKPABIOLE must go. He should allow Natasha to rule us. She's a role model of the nation. He should allow us. We are here to protect the interests of the women. No woman, no nation.
She's not a woman that...
Anyway, did you see all of that, right? So the pro and the against, the for and the against anyway. So Natasha herself, how did she take it? Because that's important too. How did she take this kangaroo suspension? Because number one, she can't actually be suspended. She can't. Another senator cannot suspend another a senator cannot suspend another senator. There's a court case in that regard. They still do it though, right? Because it's a lawless place. 9 years ago, Rats, Remi Ahmed Tifnumbu, Remi Werekwe was in that same Senate floor fighting with Keneri Dino. So Keneri Dino said, I would rape you. I will beat you. Then I will also impregnate you, something like that. In the floor. That was 9 years ago. And it was the Remi Werekwe that was transgressing, right? Disrespecting the then Senate President, Bukola Saraki. I have a clip towards that. Let me show you.
Because of certain things which I explained and we discussed. So, you can ask him that question now. But, distinguished colleagues, order. Order. Why I'm taking order. Order, distinguished Senator Tinubu. Somebody's on the floor. On that side. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, why I'm taking us through this thing is because the nation is watching us.
So she was supposed to be suspended, I think. She granted this press conference, right? Where she said,
stop us, but you don't come to on the other side and start dictating to us. Do you want us to protect you? Or
meanwhile, Natasha, how did she take it? Well, she probably will be going to court. So she said, this injustice cannot be sustained, something like that.
This injustice will not be sustained. The pursuit for justice.
So they turned up her mic, so she couldn't really say much. So it was like, just go, please go. You know what? Let's leave AKPABIOLE Natasha, because that's not the end of it. Oh, I hope you know that. That is not going to be the end of it. In the coming days and weeks, we are going to indeed hear more. And for those of you who probably don't even know Natasha very well, maybe this is your opportunity of knowing her. She doesn't actually really give up easily. You know? Yeye Bello, if you know Kogi White, you know, oh, they call him White Lion, Abi. No, I don't like calling the Yeye Bello. I don't call him a White Lion. No. It's like, you know, like a white a gamma lizard. Not even like a gamma lizard. It's like those lizard who are like, you know, because I remember a white lion that was supposed to actually face the EFCC had to run on the ground for months because he didn't want to go to jail for looting 110 billion naira from the people of Kogi. So in that year 2023 charade, Yeye Bello brought in 2 excavators, and then he dug this deep gully in the middle of the road to Akpoti's constituency, in order to stop her from becoming a senator. So she was rigged out. So she went to court. It was the court that returned her. That's why she didn't join them when others joined the Senate on the 2nd of June 2023. So she had to join them later. So if AKPABIOLE and others have no idea who Natasha is, maybe they're just about to find out as well. So it is not over. I'm just saying that, put that on record, okay? In Lagos State today, something happened. It's not new. It's just that I do not really expect that to come from the shithole called the Mega Shitty in Lagos, but it did happen. What happened? The personnel of the Nigerian Air Force, you know, a part of the Nigerian military, invaded the headquarters of the Ikeja Electric. They call it Ikeja Electric. Means it's like the, you know, the head office of the company that is providing electricity for some part of Lagos, maybe Ikeja. What happened? We saw the staff started running and they started jumping fence. Kilo did now, why? Now Boko Haram, they said, no, Boko Haram. They are Air Force men coming to beat whoever they see on site, not to shoot them, but beat them. And Nikilu did what happened. Well, they said the Ikeja Electric disconnected the source of power or power supply to this base, Air Force base in Ikeja, because they are homing. Others said, no, they've paid. That they paid their outstanding debts. But Ikeja Electric still failed to come and reconnect them. So, okay. So now they chose today to go and bring the staff to come and restore the electricity or what? No, they didn't go there to bring them to come and restore their electricity. It was to beat them, but some escaped. But the unlucky ones are the 10 staff, 10 workers of the company. They probably couldn't run, or it was too late for them to run. They beat them until they ended up in the hospital. Their CEO, supposed the overall, when they found her, they brought her out. They asked her to give them their, car key. She gave it to them. They opened the trunk of the car key and they pushed her inside and they locked her inside. Now went into the building, smashed everything that could be smashed, anything and everyone on site. Baba, let me show you. I have the compilation of that, by the way. All right. Ikeja, Lagos, this morning.
Amen.